Now, the Ghana Revenue Authority's Excise unit has made a significant interception, seizing numerous cartons of malt, vodka, Coca-Cola and other carbonated beverages. The market value of these drinks amounts to thousands of Ghana cedis. The discovery was made when the products were being offloaded from cargo trucks in Accra. Freduho has more in the following report.
The Ghana Revenue Authority's Excise unit has intercepted 3 cargo vehicles carrying assorted beverages that lack the mandated GRA tax stamp as required by law. 2 of the intercepted trucks were taken to the GRA lab at the airport, while the contents of the third truck were moved into the office of GRA at Circle. The 2 cargo trucks at the airport had Nigeria vehicle registration numbers. The trucks contained various beverages including wheat drinks, Coca-Cola, malt, Fanta and other alcoholic beverages such as vodka and Heineken. These goods may have evaded paying the appropriate taxes as they lack the tax stamps. Furthermore, the few items with tax stamps did not belong to the rightful owners as revealed by the GRA. The Ghana Revenue Authority has invited the owners of the intercepted goods for further investigation. Addressing the media, Nelson Bright Achu, the Chief Revenue Officer in charge of compliance, explained the circumstances that led to the discovery.
So what we have in the truck behind me, we have about 12,000 packets that the estimates are still being worked. What we have in there, because this took a very long time overnight to get them here, we are also working on that value. But aside that, we also impounded some other vehicles yesterday. This morning, for instance, the first vehicle that we got had about 780 packets of Malta Guinness imported and 210. These values runs into thousands of Ghana cedis aside these 2 trucks. So we are looking at quite a substantial amount of money that, if not impounded, would have been lost to the state. At the appropriate time, the examination team will give out the fine details of whatever the actual values of involved.
He also emphasized that anyone found culpable, including officers of the Ghana Revenue Authority, will face sanctions as prescribed by the law.
Your men are manning these borders. How did this whole truck pass through these borders without them checking and ensuring that they are intercepted at the borders?
I'll leave that for a thorough investigation to be done. So I wouldn't want to draw any hasty conclusion. There are owners of these goods. They need to inform us how they got in without availing themselves for this. So I'll ask that we wait for the outcome of investigations.
After the investigation, any sanctions?
Of course, yes. The sanctions are spelled out in the law, and prosecution also follows. Aside the penalties that follow for evading the duties and taxes, there's prosecution.
And if your staff are caught or they are culpable?
Nobody will be spared. The law is not for some people, it's for everybody. So if I don't want us to draw hasty conclusions. If you allude to the fact that there are so many unapproved routes, let us wait for the outcome of the investigation. Then we'll know. I believe management will not let this lie.
Kwabna Apau, the head of the Excise unit of the Ghana Revenue Authority, added that some businesses are exploiting the purpose of the excise tax stamp.
Here we have products that are affixed with stamps, yet we pick them because we found out that the stamps that have been affixed to these products were not supplied to the importer of these products. If you scan the stamp, and let me go back and say that, we have an app that we can use to scan the stamp to tell us information about the stamp, the owner, the product on which it is affixed, and all that, the origin of the product. If you scan this, the stamps on these products that we have done, you realize that the stamps were given to another importer, which have been affixed to goods brought in by a different importer. And the question is, how did the different importer get the stamps? And this is the investigations that we are doing. So the CID that is attached to GRA has picked the importer, and the importer has made a statement, and investigations will continue. So that is another angle that we wanted to bring to our attention. In some instances, you find products that are not affixed with stamps, which is an infringement of the law. In some instances, you may find products affixed with stamps, but with the wrong stamps, because the stamps don't belong to them. And in the past, we have had occasions where stamps belonging to even local manufacturers have been affixed to products that were imported, meaning that the stamps were stolen. If stamps were stolen and they were not accounted for, it means that no duties and taxes will be derived from those stamps.